I was talking with a friend who was listening to a podcast, and he stated that it was about manifestation and meditation, and he's not into the energy woo-woo, is how he nicely puts it. But guess what? I am. I used to not be. People would start saying stuff, and I'm like, you're fun. You're a fun, interesting person. But there's so much to it, and I joke that when I turned 30, I had a midlife crisis. Since then, I have adopted the idea that we are all having these identity crises sometimes in our life. And I think that the place that we're at in life, where we've had to slow down, we've had to take off all the extras, all the extra curricular activities, the philanthropy, the sports, the hangouts, the parties, the church gatherings, functions, everything, right? Gym, all the stuff. And I think it's when you have to get real with yourself, it can be super uncomfortable. And it can be this time that you're looking at your life and thinking, what am I doing? What's my purpose? Where am I going? What, just all of the things. Am I doing the things that I want to do, or am I doing the things that I should be doing? Am I living to society standards? Am I doing it because I want to do it? And then I think you hit this certain point in your life that you realize, I look at my cute 7-year-old, and he just wants to please mommy, right? And yet he just wants to watch Minecraft all day long, every day. But it's not gonna work. That's not gonna work for anybody. So, but we do things oftentimes because we have to. We should do it because we want to please somebody else. And you know what? That's fine. It could be, I'm doing this because I could do this, or doing this because I should do this. And I think with the time and the place that we're at, it's okay. It's okay if you're having an identity crisis. It's okay if you're looking inward and thinking, man, is this it? Because that's a time of growth, and it is freaking uncomfortable. I can tell you personally, I've had many an identity crisis. And I'm only 34, dang it. Maybe when I'm old, it'll just be perfect. I doubt it though. I am just a constant ball of energy. But I've been reading Dr. Seuss with my son every night, and we've been reading the book, Oh, the Places You'll Go. And we have a couple of copies of it. I got one for my graduation. He got one when he turned 1, and I had everybody that came to his birthday party sign in it and write him a sweet little message, and the book, we were reading it last night, and he's talking about there'll be times that you'll feel alone, and then there'll be times that you go to the waiting place, and then you're going to be smart and you're going to get out of the waiting place, and and then you'll do amazing things, and then you'll feel I can't remember what they call it, but Landon last night was like, oh, this is the sad part. And I said, yeah, sometimes it is the sad part. And I'm like, and then it goes on and it talks about how, oh, kid, you'll move mountains. And sometimes growth is super uncomfortable, and we're almost comfortable we almost have more comfort being in the uncomfortable or the yuckiness, the muck. What do they say? The lurch. That's what it is in Dr. Seuss. You'll be perched, and sometimes you'll feel like you're in a lurch. But you look your problem straight on, head on. I can't remember how it goes, but it's kind of painful when you have to have the patience to read with a 7-year-old 20 minutes a night. It really is kind of, it tests my patience like no other. But I do enjoy that time with him, and just being able to slow down and cuddle and read. And I'm going on a tangent, but anyway, with this podcast that I was talking to my friend about, we were talking about manifestation, and how sometimes we can just focus so much on thinking and wanting things, but the biggest part that we're missing is that you have to actually do. You have to put in motion and do. But sometimes I don't even know if we know what we want, and so we don't even do. We don't even try, or we don't even think that we can do. And reality is, you can do whatever you want, and it might not be perfect. You might fail, but in the failure is when the biggest growth comes, and the biggest changes occur. And I don't regret, there's things in my life that I'm like, oh, that was horrible. That was horrible. Many things, actually, many. And do I regret some of them? Kinda. But like the things that I've grown and learned from it, I don't regret any of that, because that's made me who I am today. It's given me more empathy. It's given me a chance to expand my thinking. And I think that when you know what your purpose is and sit with it and really allow that to like blossom and elevate your thinking, so many people are just looking for that happiness. And when you can find that purpose and you do something each day to work towards that, that's when true change goes. For me, like, I want to awaken others and help them see their potential, because I see it. And I always tell my clients, like, I'm not your cheerleader, I'm your coach. A cheerleader will jump up and down and tell you can do it no matter what, but a coach will be like, I can see something in you and I know you can do it. Like, you're made for more. So I want to be a coach. I don't want to be a cheerleader. I don't want to just like, oh yeah, rah, rah, rah. Like, I see that and I want to help elevate that and help you see that too. And I feel like when you start with your health and you start with getting your body and like eating really well, drinking your water, getting your sleep, you start feeling better. And then you start building on top of that. Then you start doing a little bit of mind work. You start doing some personal development. Even if it's 5 minutes a day, start doing a little personal development every day. I love to listen to at least a podcast once a day. I have 4 credits on Audible right now and I need to burn through some books, but listen to like 15-20 minutes a day of something. And then, even I think people love the 75 hard. I haven't done it personally, but it's not like, he doesn't give you a workout. He doesn't give you an eating plan. All he says is no alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant. It brings down your energy level. No alcohol, 2 workouts a day, 1 outside, 1 inside, or not. I don't know if it's 1 inside. I haven't honestly looked too much into it. I just know the basics of it. So 2 workouts, and then you're supposed to read and obviously like do some kind of meal plans, follow some kind of like what your plan is, and then drink your water. And the reason for that is because it's not a diet. It's not, you're going to lose weight. Yeah. But it's a mindset thing. And with my program, I say it's 80% mindset, 20% mechanics. Anybody can eat the food. Anybody can drink the water. Anybody can get the sleep, and you're going to see results. If you don't change your mindset, you go back to the old habits that you had. And then what changed? What changed? Any smoker, drinker, drug addict, whatever, can stop something for 30 days. But then you put that in front of them, they're going to go back to, back to the old ways. Because if you don't change the mindset, like, I don't want that, I'm trying to elevate myself, I'm trying to move forward. Habits are ingrained, and when you switch bad habits for better habits and start making these little switches, these little mindset switches, these little actual habit switches, those things become habitual, and then you can build on top of that. So that's why I focus so much on mindset. And I think it starts when you start wanting to make yourself, like, sometimes it starts with aesthetics, but then like the confidence that comes from that, the feeling of growth, change, that's where it's at. And I'm not about like fat shaming or anything like that, because I think everyone is beautiful. We all are unique. We all have a purpose. We all have, the world really needs you, because you are unique. You are special. You have something that nobody else can offer, and say it in a way that somebody else needs it. How many self-help books are there out there that they're all basically the same? Like, I love personal development books. You read them, and sometimes like one's going to stick out to you more than the other because they worded it differently. Same crap. What I'm saying right here, same crap. I'm just regurgitating things that I've read, heard, experienced, and now I have an understanding and I want to share. And so, you look at some of these people in the past and you can see like how they've continually built and grown and changed and evolved. My son is super into YouTube and watching people play Minecraft on YouTube. And this morning, well, last night I asked him, I said, Landon, what do you want to be when you grow up? I might have planted this idea in his head, but we'll see. He's like, I want to be a YouTuber. I'm like, okay, like, what do you want to do? Like, let's talk about this. So he wants to be like Preston Plays. And so we YouTubed how to make a YouTube video like Preston Plays. And it pulls up all these YouTube videos of like Preston Plays when like behind the scenes and all this stuff. And he pulled up one this morning and he's showing like his 18-year-old self. He's like 25 now, this Preston guy. And he's showing his 18-year-old self and like, and he's like so embarrassed by it. He's like, oh my gosh, look how ridiculous I was. And that 18-year-old boy was saying, I have 40,000 followers. Thank you guys. Like, you know, you don't realize how much this means. I can't believe it. Like, and the 25-year-old Preston is watching it and he like kind of goes like this and wipes a tear. I don't know if it was a real tear or not, but I'm sure it did hit something inside there. And he says, if I could just go back and talk to my 18-year-old self and say, you are going to have 1 million followers on this channel and 2 million followers on this channel, and you're going to do this and this. He's like, my 18-year-old self would not believe me. And I'm watching this and I'm like, Landon, are you listening to this? And he's just, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, right? Like, if you could just go back and tell yourself, it's going to be okay. You're going to make it. You're going to do it. Like, just think, and you know, whatever you put your mind to, stick with it. You can manifest the crap out of something, but until you put that in motion, and if you want the most handsomest husband in the world, or guys, like the most beautiful woman, and you're just manifesting the crap out of this perfect partner, well, A, are you yourself that perfect partner? Are you doing the things that you want to be that perfect partner? And B, are you actually putting yourself out there? What are you doing? Like, she's not going to just walk through the door and knock on it and just magically show up. Like, so anyway, I had the sweetest girl at the gym today. So my son has anxiety and he got this moonstone heart rock from, I go to a hypnotherapist. His name's William Wood. He's in the Ogden area. Fantastic. But his assistant, Vicky, is the sweetest lady ever. And she watched my son during a session one time and he totally loves rocks and gems and all those things. So she gave him this heart moonstone rock and he took it to school and he was like using it to, like, if he had anxiety, to like rub the rock, and you know, you kind of do what you got to do to like make it so these poor kids and their face masks can get through the day. And he lost it at school and he was devastated, just devastated. And of course it's the day, like, embarrassing. It's the day that I roll in and I have the worst outfit on. Like, I at least try to match my pajamas and sweats. None of that was happening. Like, this is TMI and embarrassing, but there was no bra. My hair wasn't done. I had on who knows what top with pants and then these giant snow boots. And I'm like, the teacher comes out and she's like, Landon's just devastated. I'm like, of course this is the day. So out I go into the school to try and find this freaking rock, and no luck. Anyway, I'm telling this girl at the gym about it one day and I don't even remember telling her this story, right? So I haven't been there in a week and I came in and she's like, where have you been? And she's like, comes up and she hands me this rock. She had cleaned up her pine trees in the backyard and was like raking and saw this heart-shaped rock. And she's like, I just thought of you and your son. And she's like, I just wanted to give it to you. And I just wanted to say, like, that speaks volumes to me. Like, there is no one else like you. The world seriously freaking needs you. This little rock is going to mean more to me than it does to Landon, because this person cared enough to listen to me talk to her that I only know from the gym. I only see maybe like talk to 2 minutes a day, if that, you know, or we just pass. Like, but people are so good and so just genuine. And anyway, I hope you have a fantastic day. And yeah, if you want to talk anything more in depth on this or want to know what my program's about, it's so much more than just an eating program. It's something that will truly transform your life and just evolve into all areas. But it's like the best kickstart and kick in the butt to the right direction. I talked with a gentleman last night that, you know, he told me, oh, I need to get myself in the gym. I need to get myself moving. And I was like, well, what's your goal? And he wants to lose, 30, 40 pounds. And I said, well, I have a program that, you don't have to exercise. You just focus on your nutrition, focus on your mindset, and then the rest will follow. Because where the mind goes, the body follows. And I said, but you need to stop drinking. And he's like, oh, yeah, that sounds great, but alcohol. And I'm like, we all have that crutch. We all have that thing, right? So what's truly important to you? Is it your health, or is it something that you want to cope with life with? Do you want to cope with life, or do you want to live life? And we all have our coping mechanisms, but what do you truly want out of life? And that's really what it boils down to. And that's why I say it's mindset, is because what is your true purpose and what do you want? And for me, like I said, like I want to help and elevate and awaken and help others and shed old physical weight and mental weight. And I can't do that being attached to anything that's going to be a depressant in any way, be that drugs, alcohol, sugar. Sugar is just addictive as cocaine. Like anything that you can't seem to let go of probably is the thing that you need to let go of. So anyway, I'm just rambling on. So I hope you have a happy day. Do you love my jacket? I do. I got it yesterday. I have a $25 off coupon if you want to check out any of these like cute clothes. My friend was selling all this stuff, and I'm like, I kept watching her stories, and I thought, Ellie, what's that? So if you want, I got all kinds of links in that bio. So if you want to check anything out, it's all there. And then DM me if you have any questions. Have a great day.